Hello there guys, and welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 video on my channel. So today we're going to be looking at the full overview of the autumn season of Series 31, which is the second season of Series 31, as I mentioned in my Forzathon video earlier. We've finished summer. That ended almost 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago, that's how quick I do my videos. But at the time of watching, it'll be more than that because obviously I have to upload it and stuff. I haven't done Outline Adventure yet, as I mentioned in the Forzathon video, which I did earlier. And I did mention in that video, which I'll put a link to in the description if you haven't already watched it, I went over the Forzathon, which is the Kettle of Fish, where you drive the cult car. But in that video I did say that I couldn't do it last night, so that's why I did it today. So today I've done 2 videos. This is the second one, and this is where we'll go over the photo challenge, what cars you can take for the championships and the games, and then we'll go over the stunts as well. So this week I'm going to do the stunts first, because I believe last week I did it second, or it might have been the week before, I can't remember, but I am going to do it in the usual order. So we'll start with the photo challenge in just a second. If you don't already know, monthly rivals, you can do it in any of the 4 seasons. I did it last season, but you can do it in any. You're driving your new Corvette C8 around the Arthur's Seat bit, the Hollywood circuit, but do be a bit careful, because if you watch my live stream when I was doing it, you will have seen that the car's a bit twitchy, and I had a few issues with my steering wheel setup, so I did eventually have to go really slow. But it doesn't matter about the lap time. You don't even have to beat your rival. All you need to do is post a clean lap. In the festival playlist, monthly rivals is all about posting a clean lap. You can do lap times if you want and try and get faster. I did do that eventually, and I got a pretty fast lap. But if you're struggling, just turn traction control on, because the car's a bit twitchy and it likes to stick the rear end out. So do be a bit careful with that. But all you need to do is no crashing, no missing checkpoints, no rewinding. You know how it works. And then Online Adventure, again, you can do that in all of the 4 seasons, and you just need to qualify for ranked in unranked, like Quick Play Adventure, until you get ranked, and then you just do 1 per month, and I would suggest racing if you're doing it speed. Prizes that you can win this season: we have a ridiculously stupid yellow biker helmet. Don't know why we want that. So if you don't want to waste your time, then don't do it, basically, but it'll help towards 80%, but if you do these 2, then they'll boost it. The VW Gaia, or Gia, or Jaya, or whatever how you pronounce it, pretty shocking car, to be honest, so if you don't want to waste your time, don't do that either. But however, the Porsche 911 90, reimagined by a singer, is a very nice car, so I'd suggest doing that championship, and you'll see what cars we need in a minute, and they're pretty good actually. From the games, you win a Renault Clio. Okay then, thanks for that, Forza. And from the trial, you win the Jaguar I-Pace. That's a quite good off-road car actually, because of the 1 gear, you don't have to do any shifting, so it's ideal for automatic drivers as well. So anyway, the photo challenge this week: take a photo of your car with the Gables. So that can be any car you want, any out of the maximum of 1,000 cars you have. And all you need to all you need to do is go to the Gables. I'll just put my filter on. The Gables is here on the map, as you can see. The Gables, it is the first house that you get in the game. You do actually get it for free, and I think it's Mike, the stunt guy from the story around here. I haven't got the map filter on at the moment, but I think Mike Steele gives you it or something as a reward for working for him on that story. I think, I might not be right. But that's when you unlock drone mode as well. But you do get that house for free, and all you need to do is just go somewhere where you can see the house, or it could even be on this road here, as long as you can see a bit of the house and Forza's graphics recognise it, and it's got your car in as well. Well, actually, oh no, it doesn't actually have to have your car, I don't think, because on the success criteria it doesn't tick your car, but just make sure you got your car and the Gables in. So you could jump off like the danger sign and maybe get it in the air if you go high enough. I'm not sure, but you'll have to figure that out depending on what you want to do. So that's the photo challenge. Now I'll take the map filter back off so I can concentrate. Right, so for the stunts, all you need to do is, this is the danger sign. It's like not on a road, it's on like the townhouse bit, and the only nearest place you can fast travel to is like here, and then it sets the route. So I'm doing it in my Jeep Trailcat because it's an off-road one with lots of bumps. The Morsel might start sliding around. So for speed, I'm going to use the Trailcat with my S1 tune. So here it is with the beefy V8. So all you need to do is just start relatively far back, but not like really far back. If you want on the jumps, you don't have to put your foot down, and then you just jump. You can do it from different angles, but I'm just going straight because I think that's probably best. Oops, I clicked the pause menu by accident. That was a bit silly. 206 meters exactly. Well, that was handy. And you needed, what was it, 190? I think, so I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, 190 or something like that. So that was pretty easy. You can go further back or go from a different angle if you're struggling. Now for the foothills speed zone, you need 135 mile an hour, so you can go either way because it's a speed zone. And I think I am gonna go this way, I think. The rain's pelting down outside in the United Kingdom. Typical, isn't it? So you might be able to hear that battering on the windows in my Gabe's room. Right, so obviously we're not going to take the Trailcat for this because it hasn't really got the speed and the aero. It's an off-road car. So when they would decide to load, there we go. We're going to get in the Morsel. So if you're struggling on if you haven't got the Morsel, or if you're struggling on what car to use, also for the danger sign, if you haven't got the Trailcat, just put a comment. Let me start again. Put a comment in the description. I'll suggest a few cars for you, and you can kind of tell me how far into the game you are, so I can kind of think of what cars you might have. And I might be able to make a tune for you as well if I haven't already got one. So anyway, the speed zone, I'm already halfway through it. I just set off. Just make sure you brake on time. Take your foot off if you need to, like I did there. And I got 154. You only needed 135. I also got a new PB. That shows how much I've not done that speed zone. And then you get your super wheel spin. So that's the speed zone. Again, you can go either way. It doesn't particularly matter. I just went that way because then you can accelerate out of here. But it's up to you, really. And again, if you don't have the Morsel or you're struggling on it, just leave a comment. And on my, well, I'm not doing a live stream this week, but next week I'll be able to help you with the stunts. I was going to say I'll be able to help you on my live stream, but I'm not doing one this week. And then finally but I will be able to help you if you put a comment, obviously, because that's what I'm here for. And then the Roman mile speed trap, 235 miles an hour. You could probably do it from that short of a distance. I'm just going to go down here. You don't really need to go this far back, I don't think, with this Morsel there, with the, pardon me, fast acceleration. But if you're struggling, just go a bit further back and use rewind if you're struggling with the stupid AI that always manage to park their cars exactly where you don't want them to be. So basically you just carry on. Oh, what's that? Up the tempo. Oh, right, speed zones, right, okay. Oh, yep, there we go, AI. So you can use rewind. I appear to not be in a session. I've not got driver tags on, so I'm not in solo, but I'm just not in a Horizon Live session. I'm in between. But 247.5 miles an hour, that's enough. So there we go. So that's the stunts. Now I'll show you, and you get a super wheel spin for each of them, by the way. And I'll show you the festival playlist just to show that I've done them. Obviously I told you how to do the photo challenge, but I haven't actually done it, just to save time. And there you go, stunts are done. So I'll show you the Horizon Super 7 prize this week. Last week it was the Rimac. If you missed out on that, bad luck, because I did suggest it, I think. But this week we have the Green Man. Thank you very much, Forza, for giving us a Green Man. That is very helpful, and I appreciate that with all my heart. So thank you. I'm not going to say any more, but thanks, Forza. definitely necessary. Okay then. Right, anyway, moving on. The backstage vote, apparently I've got no passes. Last week the 3 was like in the middle of nowhere, and now it's not even there. So God knows what's going on with the programming there. But last week the Hot Wheels Bone Shaker won as predicted by I and many others. It beat the other car by a good 10%, I think. And then this week, we have the Mosley. So in an ideal world, you'd be able to say, if loads of people vote for the Mosley, then I'll be able to use it for this season's stunts if I don't already have it. Well, unfortunately, the backstage vote changes at the same time as the season, so you won't be able to do that. But then you'll be able to use it next season. And you also have the BMW M3 GTR. I have 2 Mosleys. I have one of them, but because I prefer these, I'm voting for the Mosley. But apparently, people don't know what the Mosley is. Only 29% of people voted for it, so maybe they all have it, or they don't realise how good it is. People who have voted for the BMW, it's a nice car, but watch my videos, please. But anyway, looks like the Mosley might not win, but we'll just have to see, luck can always change. And then the Forzathon shop, I did show that on the Forzathon video before, but I'll show it again now, just in case. You've got the Hennessy Velociraptor. I'd suggest getting that if you can. Buy the Lake Lodge if you don't already have it, or get VIP and you get it free to get double Forzathon points. And then you've got the AMC Rebel. Not really sure, to be honest. I haven't really driven it, but get it if you want. If you've got Forzathon points to spend like me, but I'm not getting it because I've already got 3 of them, and very annoying because they don't sell for anything. Right, anyway, moving on to the championships. I don't know why I clicked on the festival playlist, bit of an idiot. But the Bug Me Not, where you win the pointless biker helmet, you need an A-class off-road buggy, and it's cross-country. Right, so if we go to off-road buggies, then I'll show you what my suggested cars are. And for any tunes, if you're wondering, just search up Shylo 2017, or if you don't know how to do that, put a comment on and I'll give you the share code and you can type that in instead. So you had the Illumicraft Forza edition is tuned to the top of A-class, but it is rear wheel drive, and I don't like rear wheel drive, and not everyone will have it because it's a Forza edition. The standard Illumicraft Class 10, bit rubbish, well, yeah. The Aerial Nomad is probably one of the most popular cars. It's also very cheap. I say very cheap, it's quite cheap. Compared to all the other cars in this game, it's cheap. And that's probably the most recommended car from everybody, including me. If you have Car Pass, the X-Emotive Exocet Off-Road, it isn't very fast, but it's got extreme handling, and it's also cheap, and you get it for free, obviously, if you have Car Pass. That one's too high. The Rip Rod, never driven it. This one's got quite a lot of power, and it's probably a bit jelly-like, but I've never really driven that. It isn't in the auto show, so if you don't have it, then I guess that's an issue. This is just silly. And then these 2 are both in B class, but in A class they'd probably be quite good. So I'd suggest the Aerial Nomad. If you have Car Pass, this. If you have it, this. And then any of them if you don't have... if you don't have any others. Right, now the next championship. So this one, is this the... Yeah, right, so the Twin Peaks. This is dirt racing, and this is where you win the VW Gaia. And you use a C-Class cult car, so the same as what you need for the Forzathon, but in C-Class. So unless you tuned your Forzathon car to C-Class, and you're a bit of an idiot, then you won't have any cars for this. Right, so the AMC Gremlin's quite a fast car, I've never really driven it, but it's cheap. This is quite a fast car and a very grippy car, actually. Compared to this, it's really grippy, actually, and it's also cheaper. This, not really sure. Again, not really sure. This one's really fast. It's quite jelly-like, but you can get it round the corner eventually if you push it. That's just a silly car. These are all things. And And then, well, yeah, basically, the Beetle's alright, actually. I'd probably suggest the Gremlin, the Datsun, the Jag, or, if we go across here, the Beetle. Right, next one. Where is it? That one there. Right, so this is where you win the Porsche 911 Singer. It's Supercars on Sea, it's road racing, thankfully, and you need an S1 retro supercar. Yay, it's fast for once. Right, retro supercar. So, again, there's quite a lot. So take your pick. Some are in the auto show, some aren't. This one's very fast, doesn't turn that well, and it's also got an annoying engine in it. This is really grippy. And it's also relatively cheap for a supercar on this game. This one, if you have it, I haven't tuned it, but it's quite a grippy car. This one's the barn find. These are, well, that one's okay. I quite like that one. Grippy, very expensive. That one's also very grippy. But there's basically loads you can take. That one's very grippy. But I'd probably suggest either the Ford GT from 2005, the Diablo SV, or the Nissan R390, but that one is more expensive. But in the Car Mastery, you can get yourself a, what is it? Is it the Nissan GTR LM Forza edition, the really grippy all-wheel drive one. Right, the trial is here. It's road racing again, thankfully. Grace Space Pace. There we go, I got it out. This is where you win the Jaguar I-Pace, and you need an A-Class Jaguar. A-Class Jag, as Clarkson would say. Jag. Well, he's not American, is he? But, oh well. So this is the car you win. That's pretty rubbish car. This one is probably one of the cheapest, quite grippy. This one is slower and also less grippy, even though it's a GT car, that's a saloon car. Don't ask me how that works. That one, yeah, it's not in the auto show. I'd probably suggest the XFRS, the XKRS, or the I-Pace itself if you already have it, because it's like really quick, like acceleration. I'm not saying it's fast top speed, because it genuinely isn't. Right, so finally the games, autumn games is at the Quarry, and here we go again. C-Class Retro Hot Hatch. Yay, that sounds fun, doesn't it? Yay, I'm really over the moon. I can drive me green man. This sounds really fun. Yay. Right, so what cars have we got? Well, you've got the CRX, sounds like a Hoover. You've got the Civic, again sounds like a Hoover. You've got the Golf, sounds like a Hoover. And you've got the Corrado, sounds like, well, a Hoover. So you've got a choice of 4 Hoovers. This one's also a good car, but I upgraded that a bit more. They're all pretty good cars. Obviously that one's too high, but so I'd probably suggest the Civic, because it's a bit more nippy than this thing. Although that's got better handling, but you don't really need that in games, do you? That is front wheel drive, very old tune, so that's why it's front wheel drive. And then the Corrado is just, well, it's the cheapest. So whichever you fancy, really. They're all in the auto show, I believe. Right, anyway, so that sums up today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy driving your Hoover in the games. Hope you enjoy your Green Man if you can be bothered to get it. And I hope you enjoy driving your Jag around Hollywood Circuit to get your, I-Pace. If you enjoyed today's video, please do consider subscribing. Also, leave a like and turn notifications on so you don't miss any future videos. I'll be live streaming next week, not this week, but I'll be doing other videos throughout this week. There are no new cars this week, so I won't be doing a video on that, but I might squeeze another video in. Or anything like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions or just anything to say. I'll give it a heart and I'll reply if necessary. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.